Hey everybody, I'm just making a quick video. I'm just gonna ramble on about what I think the space is gonna look like in the next year or so, next few years. Of course, you got all this AI hype now, so this is like SMMA back in 2016. This is like drop shipping back in 2018. There's gonna be a lot of hype, and there's gonna be a lot of gold to dig for, but it's going to be a lot easier to sell the shovels to dig the gold. So be careful out there. There's going to be people who are promising the world, selling you shovels on how to get rich selling AI. But the truth is, it's not going to be like that simple as usual, right? It's going to be people saying, just sell this AI tool and charge 8K per month retainer for dentists, and it's going to seem simple, but it really is not. Because let's be real, you're not going to install a chatbot on somebody's website for 8K. It's just not going to work. It's going to be whole infrastructures that are going to be laid out, and it's going to save these companies and corporations money forever, right? They're going to be able to replace customer service reps. They're going to be able to automate their training. They're going to have sales reps, AI sales reps. They're not really there yet at this moment, but they're getting there. It's like, for example, voice agents. Someone calls your business, you don't pick up, then the voice agent automatically calls back. Things like that. Just don't let anything slip through the cracks, right? Customer service is going to be so easy to replace with AI because it's just it's not even AI. It's like you ask this question, yes or no. If and is you answer in this way, the AI will respond in this way. If you respond in that way, it will be trained to respond in that way. It's not even AI. It's just automation. Now, for it to be more complex, if they have special questions, sure. There's some conversational AIs and voice AI agents that are being built that will help you assist that. But this summer, I'm actually going to be working as a sales rep for a company which has AI agents, and they claim to save up to 50 grand for companies who they've implemented it for. And they are in the financial services industry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to sell this stuff. And let me tell you, if you learn how to sell this stuff and you have somebody who knows what they're doing with AI, somebody who has an infrastructure, you can sell this stuff for tens of thousands of dollars. So if I were you guys, I would try and find somebody who's selling AI infrastructure and learn how to sell that. Okay, don't go out there and try and build your own AI. You guys are too retarded, just like I am. Find somebody who's selling it and become a sales rep for them. Learn how the industry works. Learn how these systems work. The company I'm working for, they don't even have a single sales rep. It's just the founder and his partner. It's the founder and the partner. I met up with the partner because he opted in on my lead magnet for my advertising campaign for the agency. I met up with him for coffee, and I was like, "Damn, this shit's cool. Are you guys hiring interns? Because I have a newsletter, right, which is in the description below. I have a newsletter about AI. I talk about the weekly AI updates, innovations, news. I highly recommend you guys subscribe. It's free. Um, so I showed that to him too. I'm like, man, this is like a dream internship because you guys literally do what I talk about every single week. And also, it's a massive opportunity to learn how to sell this stuff because, man, so many businesses are going to need it, and it's just a start, right? This is something new, and you can take advantage of that by selling it. And a lot of these AI infrastructures aren't even that special. They're just ChatGPT wrappers because they take the model, the language model, they wrap it, they give it specific instructions on what to do, and they make their own AI, put their own logo on it, and now it's theirs. And that's possible. That's possible these days. There's this one guy. He has a sales training AI. It's a Kendo sales AI. I bet you that's just a ChatGPT wrapper that he trained, and now he's selling it to businesses for thousands of dollars a month. Right? It's a plug and play system. You don't really the fulfillment takes probably a few days to onboard them with the AI, and then they use it forever. It saves them money forever because they don't have to hire employees anymore for specific roles. So, anyways, guys, um, if you guys want to make money online, I suggest that you start to learn how to sell AI infrastructures because not only are people going to be selling it, businesses need it. And you can be that person in the middle that has what they need and you have the skills to sell it to them. Okay? And boom, you make a commission. So, yeah, exciting stuff. If you're an agency owner like me, subscribe to my newsletter and together we can learn on how to implement these systems into the agency, right? Uh, you should be using ChatGPT for making custom GPTs, having conversations, dialogue. You can even role play your sales calls the night before. Upload everything you know about your prospect into your custom GPT and have it role play with you about all the objections that could possibly come up. Um, what's another thing that you could use for the agency? I use Claude for copywriting. It's really good. ChatGPT as well. Perplexity for research and market research. Um, if you're, for example, you're in the restaurant space, which is what I'm in, but I also have clients in a bunch of different industries, so I might leave the restaurant space because it's actually not that great. You want to actually, I have a few documents. If you send me an email, I can send them over to you. My email's in the description. But these documents, they have prompts for creating the best copywriting for advertising. They have prompts, plus they also have instructions on how to create the best copy by, for example, searching up the pain points of your industry that you're targeting. Go on Reddit and then you use a Reddit scrubber, a thread scrubber to see what the people are talking about. So, for example, you search up um, digital marketing strategies for restaurants and you search it up on Reddit, just get those threads, get like three of them, and scrub all the threads and put it into the LLM, like ChatGPT. Then give it a really good prompt on what type of copy to write. Feed it like a Dan Kennedy book, which talks about how to write the best copy. And it's going to write really good copy that converts really well. It's going to write really good scripts for your content. And it's just going to help you overall. You guys should be using AI. I'm using AI. Um, use AI, sell AI, leverage it as much as possible because anybody who doesn't do that in the next 5 years, if you don't learn how, you're cooked. Because everybody's going to use AI and you better learn how to because otherwise you're going to be way behind, right? Even if you're like, let's say you work a corporate job, you can make your job way more efficient. You probably do your whole job in like a couple hours just by leveraging AI to make you more efficient, right? What I talked about in my newsletter recently was that, for example, Shopify has now made it mandatory for employees to use AI, and they have to give an excuse, they have to give a good reason as to why they're not using it for a specific task. So all their employees have to be like, okay, I'm using AI to do this task. And if they're not, they have to say, okay, I'm not using it because I really can't. Because it's going to make you way more efficient, right? And unfortunately, we have all these technocrat billionaires who want the AI. They say, oh, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Well, yeah, it's inevitable because you guys are doing it, right? You guys are making it inevitable for us to use AI, and it's going to take over the world because you guys are making it inevitable. Anyways, it's going to happen. So we need to adapt and we need to learn how to use AI. So I do talk about AI quite a bit. I have a newsletter, which is in the description. If you want to see that, give me a subscribe. Help me out. Just trying to grow my audience on on all the platforms, on my email list too. So see you guys on the other side.